Good afternoon. Today, as always, very interesting information. Easter is here indeed. Anyway, Easter 2020 will be recognized as the year we celebrated in separation due to COVID-19. Most of the world's customary Easter festivals are either dropped or essentially adjusted to consent to the limitations set up to battle the destructive infection. Anyway, there are some special manners by which we have empowered our networks to keep on getting a charge out of a portion of our preferred Easter exercises in disengagement. As opposed to meeting up in enormous groups, the world is assembling online to observe Easter this year. 1. Ideally, the Easter Bunny will have the option to mystically jump around, venture out limitations to convey his bin heaps of eggs to kids the world over on Easter morning. As indicated by Veterinary Council, rabbits are not powerless to COVID-19. This strange hare is attributed with acquiring Easter eggs to kids' numerous Western societies. Anyway, the specific sources of the Easter rabbit are unclear. Hares were regularly included conventional ripeness celebrations which happened across Europe to commend spring. They can likewise be seen in numerous medieval craftsmanships and strict enlightened writings. Hares are especially productive races, so are an extraordinary image of ripeness and resurrection. It's along these lines not astonishing that they were a focal subject in many spring festivals. Hares conveying hued eggs were initially part of German old stories. Going back to the 17th century, when a German writer referenced the idea of bunnies bringing Easter eggs, German workers carried their conventional Easter hare with them. This in the long run advanced into the present-day Easter Bunny, which filled in as a famous showcasing device for business chocolate Easter eggs during the 19th century. 2. During Easter week, schools and preschools the world over would ordinarily be facilitating the yearly Easter Cap March. Youngsters wear their cunningly created caps embellished with Easter rabbits, eggs, streamers and flowers. Fashionable ladies customarily line up for Easter cap marches wearing their most recent millinery designs. Easter hats marches this year will be constrained to the overhang, or best case scenario, taking the trash container out to the curbside. The sources of Easter caps come from the convention of making another cap to wear to chapel on Easter Sunday. Women would commend spring, adorning their caps with blossoms, trim and strips as an image of resurrection and renewal. However, the idea of an Easter bonnet march didn't get well known until 1933. With musician Irving Berlin's verses to Easter Parade, the famous tune about ladies strutting along Fifth Avenue in their Easter hoods highlighted in musicals and films. Today, the custom of enlivening an Easter cap is an extraordinary fun action ahead of the pack-up to Easter. 3. Around the globe, Easter has generally been when families assemble to share a dinner in celebration. Social separating measures forbidding get-togethers of multiple individuals, authorized lockdowns and the conclusion of most cafes and diversion settings will positively change the manner in which we observe Easter in 2020. However, in our new, augmented simulation, and with a little inventiveness, it is as yet conceivable to accumulate with loved ones this Easter, gathering together through Skype or FaceTime for a virtual dining experience is a one-of-a-kind way we can praise this year, while keeping up the exacting social removing rules. You just won't have the option to pass the hot cross buns over the table. 4. Social removing and lockdowns have constrained the crossing out of a portion of the world's preferred Easter occasions. All major donning and social occasions have been dropped, including the Edinburgh celebration, Salzburg's Easter Festival and the UK Grand National Pony Race. In Australia, Sydney families customarily run to the Royal Easter Show. getting a charge out of the best of the state's domesticated animals and produce, exciting rides, expressions and artworks displays, bringing home show packs brimming with treats toward the finish of a thrilling day. Due to the coronavirus, the show has been dropped just because since the Spanish flu pandemic in 1919. 5. Easter egg chases are a customary Easter movement around the globe. As children on the most fundamental level scramble to discover shrouded chocolate treasures, the pandemic has constrained the crossing out of this conventional occasion fun, with even the celebrated White House egg move in the U.S. dropped for the second time in its 140-year history. However, a few coordinators have thought of one-of-a-kind approaches to appreciate an Easter egg chase in disconnection. Networks are sorting out virtual Easter egg chases to carry a little euphoria and energy to Easter and segregation. Enormous hued paper eggs are beautified and hung in windows, permitting local people to drive past and recognize the eggs in the windows. A New Brighton inhabitant would not permit the coronavirus to ruin the enjoyment of Easter for neighborhood youngsters. Wearing her conventional Easter bunny costume, Miss Bunny Hop has sorted out pre-filled bins of Easter treats, which will be passed out to youngsters in a drive-through Easter egg chase at the town's neighborhood general store. Subscribe to the channel and click on the bell. See you soon, and don't be sick.